Hi, Chandrasekhar here again, and we are now going to talk about the yogas. We have already, I think, completed 3 lectures on that subject, from sun and then moon, yogas from sun. What is the basis of yoga? Why is it called yoga? How it could work, and all that. So now what we are going to do is we go a step ahead and find out other Raja Yogas. We have seen the sun centric, the moon centric. It is not as if other yogas do not have any role to play for moon or sun or planets like that, but there are different yogas. And now this time we will talk about a yoga which is known as the Maharaja Yoga. I think it is the most misunderstood yoga, not because it has not been rightly put, but certain things which are left to the logic of an astrologer who understand what is Bhavat Bhav principle and how even the Charakarakas operate. Perhaps that is the reason why sometimes it is missed, as a matter of fact, not misunderstood. I would say one misses that yoga when it happens from a different area. So, here, for those who think that Gemini elaboration of astrology, I would call it, instead of Gemini system of astrology, is different than what is told or told to the great Maitreya by Parashara or other Pravartakas. There were 18. This would bring some clarity, and also perhaps when in earlier lectures I have seen that I many a times look at the yogas describes more specifically in Jaimini Sutras, also from the Janma Lagna, which is the ascendant. I think these yogas would make it a bit more elaborate to understand. Let us put it this way, for want of better words that I can remember. So we will see what does Parashara say. He says, Chintayat Karakam Sheva, Janur Lagne Thava Dvija. Dvija is Brahmin. So this should be seen from either the Karakamsha or from the Lagna, the ascendant, the Rashi Chakra. I would also add, it is possible that this could also apply to the Arudha Lagna and others, but I am not very sure about it. Experiment and find out for yourself. Then he says, Raja Yoga Karo those Futo Keto Prayasnata. See, so understand that there are 2 planets which are involved, and look at their degrees and try to understand what is happening. Then he says, Atmakaraka Putrabhyam Yogam Ekam Prakalpayet. One yoga or one of the variations of the yoga, the Maharaja Yoga, that word will come later on in the, because you would think that nowhere is it being said that this is Maharaja Yoga, but anyway, so you trust me nowadays, I suppose, after so many lectures, that's why you are with me. And so Yoga Ekam Prakalpayas, think that one yoga is formed because of a pair, though he has said, no? Two planets is Atmakaraka and the Putrakaraka. Their relative position creates one yoga. Tanu Panchamanathabhyam, that is Lord of the Lagna and Lord of the 5th, Tathaiva Dvija Sattama, which means similarly the second way in which the yoga is formed, it is formed because of certain combination of Lord of the Lagna and Lord of the 5th. So now we have got variables here, if you can call them that. Or we can also understand that equal importance is given to the Atmakaraka and Lord of the Lagna. Similarly, the Putrakaraka and Lord of the 5th. I think in one of my lectures or interviews about Gemini, I have indicated this much, that they are directly related is my understanding. That is why I consider only 7 Charakarakas. I am sure you will, those who have gone through all the lectures of mine would remember that. Then what happens? We understand that these two are very important. Lagna putrashayo atmar putrakarakar yodvayo sambandat purnamardham va padam viryanusar. So he said the results, these pairs, the Lord of the Lagna and Lord of the Fifth, or Atma Karaka and Putra Karaka, these pairs, when they come together, will deliver the results of the yoga either fully or 3/4 or half or 1/4, etc., according to their strength. Remember, this is also something which I have already, I think, said in one of my lectures, that you have to assess the strength of the planet to understand the intensity and the placement of the planet to finally come at a conclusion of what would be the intensity of the results that are attributed to that yoga. Merely because two planets are at one place and it will create one yoga is something of the same intensity everywhere, is something to be understood, that this is not possible. Logically it would not be, because planets have different way of having strength. We know the Panchadha Maitri, the fifth five-way friendships. By now I am sure you know that. The Tatkalika Maitri and the Naisargika Maitri and all that. See, I mean friendship because of placement from each other, and friendship, the natural friendship of planets. When all of this combine, the five-way they will express themselves, because as is friendship, so is enmity. So, friend, bosom friend, enemy, extreme enemy, and the fifth one would be neutral. So, this is how it works out. Then if it is in own Rashi, the strength is more of a planet. If it is in own Navamsha, the strength increases. If in exaltation, and so on and so forth. And according to that, the intensity of result would be realized. So please, just don't jump at it just because it is a Maharaja Yoga, this guy is going to be a great person. He will become a great person, but the level to which he will go would depend both on what can I call it, his status at the time of birth, or his family status at the time of birth, and what he attains, and the intensity of the yoga. The more intense the yoga is, even a person born without any wealth or education or whatever, because his parents could not afford that, would still rise to a very high level. But then the planets have to be strong enough. Please understand this. Then what is it? Lagneshe Panchamaya Bhave. If the Lord of the Lagna is fifth house, or Panchame cha Lagna ke Lord of the fifth goes to the Lagna. So exchange of houses between these two, to be precise. Then Putratmakarako Vipra Lagna cha Panchame Sthita. If they occupy fifth or the Putra Karaka and Atma Karaka, again similarly, either they occupy the fifth house or the Lagna, or they have exchanged. Same goes for the Lagna Lord, the Lord of the Ascendant and the fifth Bhava. Either they are placed in Lagna or in the fifth or in each other's house, or even in own house. It would still cause some yoga to their own house. The sage has not said, but we have to apply our mind, because one is the personality, the Lagna, the Ascendant, the Tanubhava, and another is what that person learns from experience and his acquired knowledge. If these two come together, see, even without knowing the yoga, one should understand that there has to be something more. He has to grow, because he has learned from experience. People many a times do not learn from experiences, and so you will find people born with a so-called golden spoon in the mouth. Nowadays nobody talks about the silver spoon. The value of money has gone down, so you go to gold, and they lose everything, despite of having a good background, good education, everything, because they don't learn from the experience that they get, or they have no desire to acquire additional knowledge to support what academic knowledge they might have. So this is how I would look at it. Then he says, as I was telling you, Soche, Swanshe, Swabhe, Vapi, Shubha Graha Nirikshate. If they are in their house of exaltation, in own Rashi, or in own Navamsha, and or aspected by benefics, all this will give strength to the planets. See, here you have to understand, generally we know that Bhava gain strength when aspected by Lord of the Bhava, Jupiter or Mercury. Here that is not being said. Here the sage is talking about benefic aspecting those planets. Even that will give them some strength. Maharaja Khe Yogo Yam. Yogo Ayam. This yoga is called as Maharaja Yoga. Jatak Khyata Sukhanvita. He is the Jataka is happy and he is very famous. And that is why this is called the Maharaja Yoga. You can understand brevity of Sanskrit and the meter sometimes make sages say something in a very short form. The Maharaja itself indicates wealth and power, at least power, and doing good unto people perhaps. Could be, would not be, because depending on the planets, the malefics, natural malefics, etc., might play in a different manner. They might also play in a good manner. So this is, in essence, the Maharaja Yoga. You would say this is pretty easy to follow. So why is Chandrasekhar saying that many times this is misunderstood? Now see, there is something called as Bhavat Bhav principle. Sages had a habit of saying one thing at one place and not repeating it again, expecting that we will understand. It is more like the legal document which always say ki XY section read with this subsection, subject to XYZ, notwithstanding Z, isn't it? And so there are exceptions and additions and everything. Same is in astrology. We have to read right from the beginning. So nature of the planet, everything has to be understood. So what happens is, when Lord of the Lagna and Lord of the ninth are similarly placed, that means either in ninth or in the Lagna or exchanging houses, even the Atma Karaka and the Putra Karaka, because my understanding is the Putra Karaka also is Karaka for the ninth house, which I have, I think, told in most of my lectures. Whenever the Atma Karaka subject comes up, I mean the Chara Karakas come up, that in my opinion they represent both sides of the 1-7 axis. For 1 and 7, they have no complementary bhava to give their results. So Atma Karaka and Dara Karaka are standalone, but the Karaka for second bhava, the Amatya Karaka, will also be, when it goes negative or positive, will also be the Karaka for the 12th bhava. Here we have to understand that Putra Karaka, the Chara Putra Karaka, will also do the duty of the Chara Dharma Karaka, if you call that. There is no Karaka mentioned. It goes only up to the 7 Karakas. Kalidasa, of course, talks about 8 Karakas. So I would not hide that. So what happens is, when you see something like this, that Lord of the ninth and Lord of the Lagna together in either Lagna, I am sure by now you understand ascendant and Lagna is one and the same thing. So, because I talk in 2 or 3 languages, sometimes I mix up the nomenclatures of one language while speaking in another language. You will excuse me, I am sure. So, what is happening here is, in that case also you will find a powerful Raja Yoga, and it would also be, it should be called Maharaja Yoga, though it is not so defined specifically by Parashara. This is my opinion, I might be wrong, but if you, I mean, most of you are astrologers, first chart that generally astrologers look at is Lord Rama's chart, where Lord of the Lagna, Lord of the Ascendant, Cancer, Moon occupies the Ascendant, and Lord of the ninth, Jupiter, is also placed in Cancer. and he was a Chakravarti Samrat, they call it. So, emperor, you can translate it into English. And so, this is one example. Another is India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has in his ascendant Mars, Lord of the Ascendant, he is Scorpio rising, not Libra. Please don't make that mistake. People many a times think that, but for some reason I happen to know the near right chart, let us put it this way. And his Lord of the ninth house happens to be Moon. He has both of these planets sitting in the Lagna, the ascendant. So there, and he is today supposed to be one of the very powerful world leaders. He started from very bad background. I am just giving this an example. In case somebody thinks why I just go on saying something and it has no basis perhaps, but look at the charts of people well known whose charts are available everywhere, especially of Lord Rama, and his life is known to everybody, almost everybody. We can find it on the net. And that is why my personal opinion will remain like this, that Maharaja Yoga should also be applied when the two planets involved are Lord of the Lagna and Lord of the ninth. So Putrakaraka and Lord of the Lagna will remain same, because in my opinion Charaputrakaraka also is Karaka for the ninth bhava. So this is, you may call it a variation that I am introducing. No, it is not a variation, it is just a logical progression of what is already told by the sages. And a logical assessment of why only there should be 7 Karakas, why other Karakas are not talked about at all. As if sage Jaimini did not know that there are 12 bhavas. That is impossible. There is no Dharma Karaka, there is no Karma Karaka. That is not possible. Because of brevity of sutras, perhaps he stopped there, thinking that people will apply their own mind. And that is why he says, Saptanam Ashtanam Va. When that Va comes later on, that means the sage himself doesn't accept that there are 8 Karakas. At least this is my interpretation. I may be totally wrong, because there are great people who have done so much research on Jaimini, and their opinion is also worthy of attention of astrologers. This time it appears I have been able to complete my lecture in my self-imposed limit of 20 minutes, which I mostly cross, but I suppose at least I am looking at something like 18 minutes past, and I don't look at it normally, but when what I have to say to my audience is over, then I try to find out whether I have exceeded the limit or not. If it is exceeded, then I always beg pardon of you for trying your patience. So my dear friends, in the next lecture we will see some other yoga, because yogas do interest people. But remember, from this also we should understand that if those planets are in their house of exaltation, they give the maximum Purnam, full results of what is being told. That means results with more intensity. Maharaja is emperor, you understand. Then Ardham, half results. When obviously when he is either in his own Navamsha, Swamsha, or Swabhe, own Rashi, then they could be midway between the two. I mean, this is possible when one of the planets is like that. Maybe when other planet also adds to it, then the strength grows more, because there are 2 planets involved. And Padam, 1/4. Means these are sitting in some other planet's house, not in own house or Amsha or whatever, but are aspected by benefic planets. One of them will always be in his own house anyway. But when there is exchange, they would not be in their own house, isn't it? 5th and the 9th Lord. fifth occupying the house of ascendant, and ascendant lord occupying house of the fifth lord, house owned by him. So they would not be in own house, but if they are still aspected by a benefic, at least quarter result would still be there. I think this is the meaning of what the sage is saying. So my dear friends, I take your leave, and you have always been very kind with me and supported me. You know that I normally reply to whatever question is asked to me. I will go on doing that. If possible, please do not ask for analysis of own chart. That doesn't teach you anything, and this is for astrologers to learn from, or those who are interested in astrology to learn from. So, dear friend, I take your leave, and a very good night. Namaste.